going to talk about scholarships. Scholarships are a form of financial aid and are also considered gift aid or free money, awarded to students to help cover the cost of an education at a post-secondary school. Scholarships are based on a variety of factors, one being financial need. Financial need looks at the cost of attendance as well as the student's expected family contribution. In order to figure out what your financial need is, students must complete their financial aid paperwork, specifically the free application for federal student aid or the FAFSA form. Another criteria that students can use to find scholarships is to look for merit-based scholarship. That's based off of some type of unique characteristic or trait that's determined by the scholarship organization. Things such as athletic ability, academic excellence, possibly even the school that the student plans to attend. Those can all be different types of criteria that scholarships organizations use to determine who's going to win their scholarship. So now let's talk about where scholarships come from. Scholarships are awarded by national organizations, local and regional organizations, as well as the post-secondary schools that you're interested in attending. There are a variety of different deadlines that scholarship organizations can set. Your national organizations generally have deadlines that are earlier in the fall, while your local and regional scholarships generally have deadlines that are in the spring. Lots of competition is involved when you're looking at your national scholarships that come from national organizations. Not so much competition for your local and regional scholarships. So that's really where I think students can really find the best bang for their buck. Local and regional scholarships will have smaller award amounts, but don't allow that to discourage you. Now, when you're talking about national organizations, what do I mean by that? For students, I tell you to think of the different brands that you use on an everyday basis. Do you have a favorite restaurant or restaurant chain? What about popular clothing brands or things like that? Most of these organizations offer scholarships, so you want to reach out to them or even check their website to find out what their scholarships look like, what the deadlines are, and then that way you can be prepared to apply. Now, also for post-secondary schools, those schools you're interested in attending, check with the school's financial aid offices, check with their admissions staff, as well as their websites to find out what types of post-secondary scholarships you may qualify for at the school's particular institution. Now, if you're not sure where to look for scholarships, there are quite a few different places that you can go to. Guidance counselors usually have a lot of scholarships that come their way, so always check in with your guidance counselor. In addition to that, there are a variety of websites, some that we have listed here, one in particular being fastweb.com. Lots of scholarships opportunities are available through that site, as well as many others. So now let me provide you with some scholarship tips. Some things I tell students all the time: search early and search often. It's always a good idea to start looking for scholarships before you're actually ready to apply for them. So if you're in the 10th and 11th grade, it's a great time to pull up scholarship applications, find out what the requirements are, and then you'll know what you need to do when it's your time to apply. Students approaching their senior year, I always tell them to create an academic resume. That's just a nice one-sheeter or two-sheeter that's going to highlight those key things that you'll need when it's time for you to complete a scholarship application. Things you may find on an academic resume, it will be things such as your extracurricular activities, the academics that you're taking, maybe your GPA or what type of courses you're currently taking right now. Are you doing any volunteer work? If so, with whom and how many hours? Make sure you're tracking that on your academic resume as well. Also, create an essay that's free from error and have someone proofread it just to make sure you have no mistakes in there. If the opportunity allows, put those things in there that will really make you stand out and make you look unique. Be as creative as the application guidelines allow you to be. In other words, put some personality into your essay. Secure a letter of recommendations as well. Lots of scholarship organizations will tell students they want someone to write a letter of recommendation for them. If they do, make sure that you check with that person in advance to find out how much time they'll need to be notified in order to complete your letter of recommendation. Most importantly, don't forget the deadlines. Make sure you understand the terms, you read the fine print, and also avoid the scams. There are lots of scams that are out there, not to scare you, but to make sure that you're being very cautious. You never want to provide your credit card information or your Social Security information to anyone in advance when you're looking for scholarships. Remember, you're looking for the free money. You don't want to be taken for your own.